Chitty, Chitty, Bang, Bang. Adapted by Jean Lewis. Pictures by Gordon Late. "Hang on, Jemima!" shouted Jeremy. "You're going too fast!" yelled his sister. Jeremy and Jemima Potts sat in an old car parked behind Mr. Coggin's garage. They were making believe they were racing. "Look out!" Jeremy hooted the horn as Mr. Coggins and the junk man walked in front of them. "You call that a car?" snorted the junk man. He kicks the wheels. "She's only good to melt down into scrap." "I'll sell her to you for 30 shillings, said Coggins. "All right, I'll haul her off tomorrow," said the junk man. As he drove away, the children ran to Coggins. "Please, please don't sell her," cried Jemima. "Sorry," said Coggins, "but I need the money." "Daddy will buy her," says Jeremy. "Come on, Jemima." They found their father out in the shed working on his candy-making machine. When they told him about the car, he said, "I'd like to buy her, but I just don't have 30 shillings. Could you sell something?" asked Jemima. "I was going to the Scrumptious Sweet Company to sell my candy-making machine," said Professor Potts. "But he'll never buy candy that's full of holes." He turned the handle of the machine and tossed a licorice lozenge to Edison, the dog. They all looked to see who was whistling. "Look! It's Edison!" shouted Jeremy. "A whistling dog?" laughed Jemima. "No, it's a whistling sweet," said her father. "See? When he sucks the candy, his breath whistles through the holes. Edison, you're a genius!" And Professor Potts picked him up and hugged him. "Children, fill this bag with candy. We're off to sell Lord Scrumptious my Toot Sweets." Lord Scrumptious was busy tasting candies in his factory. "Toot Sweets! Toot Sweets! Potts, you must be mad," he roared. "If you just listen to one of mine, sir," pleaded Professor Potts. "Listen to candy? Bosh!" snapped his lordship. He dipped his spoon into a big pot. "Too much pepper. Not enough mint." Then Jeremy slipped a licorice Toot Sweet in his mouth. Jemima sucked on a cherry Toot Sweet. Lord Scrumptious dropped his tasting spoon. "What's that?" he thundered. The professor beamed. "That, sir, is a Toot Sweet." "Here, let me try one of those things," demanded Lord Scrumptious. Rather good." And soon the Scrumptious Sweet Company was filled with the sound of But that wasn't all it was full of. Dogs of every size and shape heard those whistles, and dogs began to jump in through the windows, the doors, and even through the letter slot. "Out! Out! Out!" bellowed Lord Scrumptious. He waved his spoon at a beagle who had his nose in the peppermint pot. "Down! Sir, down!" When the Pottses and Edisons whistled on their Toot Sweets, the dogs followed them right out of the candy factory. Lord Scrumptious ran out after them. "Potts, wait! Dogs love your candies. So why not make candies for canines? We'll call them Woof Sweets. They'll make you rich, Potts." Rich enough to buy the car? Gasped Jemima. Please, Daddy, can we go get her? Asked Jeremy. And get her they did. With the help of Mr. Coggins and his horse, they towed the car into the shed. Let's have a look at the engine, said the professor, lifting the hood. 2 pigeons fluttered out. There's lots of work to be done, he said. First, I'll need some spare parts. The children and Edison watched him carrying into the shed a rowboat, the hood from over the kitchen stove, and the red leather cushions from his favorite armchair. Then he shut the door. They heard loud hammering and the sputter of their father's blowtorch. At last, the shed door opened again. Oh, Daddy! Cried Jemima. You did it! Climb aboard, said their father. We'll run her down to the beach for a picnic. Let me come with you, said Truly, Lord Scrumptious's daughter. What a funny noise she's making, said Jemima. She's talking to us. All engines talk, her father explained. It's saying, Chitty, Chitty. Bang, bang, shouted Jeremy as the car backfired. Chitty, Chitty, bang, bang, said Jemima. That's her name.
Chitty bang bang, 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 chitty bang bang. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, we love you. And in chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, what we'll do near far in a motor car. Oh, what a happy time we'll spend. Bang bang, chitty bang bang, our fine 400 friend. Bang bang, chitty bang bang, our fine 400 friend. Chitty bang bang, 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 chitty bang bang. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, we love you. And in chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, what we'll do near far in a motor car. Oh, what a happy time we'll spend. Bang bang, chitty bang bang, our fine 400 friend. Bang bang, chitty bang bang, our fine 400 friend. You're slick as a thoroughbred. We'll glide on our motor trip. With pride in our ownership, the envy of our survey. Oh, Chitty, you chitty, pretty chitty, bang bang, chitty bang bang, we love you. And chitty, pretty chitty, bang bang, chitty bang bang, what we'll do. Near chitty, for chitty, in our motor car. Oh, what a happy time we'll spend. Bang bang, chitty bang bang, our fine 400 friend. Bang bang, chitty bang bang, our fine 400. Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, a friend for a friend, chitty friend.
Leaving the car parked on the beach, the Pottses raced Edison into the water. I hate to leave Chitty behind, said Jemima. Look out! Here she comes, said Jeremy. Chitty splashed towards them like a frisky speedboat. Dripping wet, the Pottses and Truly climbed back in. I do believe she thinks she's a boat, laughed Professor Potts, steering her through the waves. Chitty's a magic car, said Jeremy. After a picnic supper, they drove home. Daddy, said Jemima, if Chitty can swim, you think she can fly too? Whispered Jeremy. Why not? Said her father. She's magic. Just then, Chitty's wheels folded under her. Wings sprouted from her front fenders. Up, up she flew, headed straight for the evening star high above. Jeremy and Jemima patted her seat cushions. Oh, Chitty, you are magic, they said. The end.